But Slam here, playing Saracens, and I think is going to try and do what he was not able to accomplish in the first two games, and just survive early feudal, get to Castle Age fast. Saracens, it's all about going for some type of a market play, and to me, Bulgarians is a little weird here. When you're drafting for 7 games and you can only pick certain civs and enemies picking civs and it goes back and forth, sometimes you have what's not really a throwaway pick, but what essentially comes down to as a weak pick. And so maybe this is not a map that Velez is very comfortable on. And so figures Bulgarians doesn't fit too well in his plans for the other maps. We've not seen any of Velez's home maps yet. So I'm thinking maybe... I mean, I'd love to be proven wrong with Bulgarians. I just have no clue what Bulgarians are going to accomplish here. This is not Velez, okay? It's important to reiterate that, and I can only reiterate so many times because people are coming in and out. But this yellow player is not Velez. It's not V-I-L-L-E-S-E Velez. Velez is another Finnish player. Velez is another player. He's one of his own, okay? It's a different person, different player, same country. It's his evil twin. I don't think it's his evil twin. But I'm watching the scouts fight here, and it looks like it could be even. Anytime I see even scout fights, if the person is teamed with Viper, I always say that person's going to win. And so probably a good move for Velez to run away then. Pretty sure if you look at the game code, that is how it works. But yeah, there was an archer there. So I would have lost the fight anyways. I guess you go knights, right? I guess you do, because you can't go archers with Bulgarians. If you want to win, that is. And there's the stable. So I think this will be a knight play. For Slam, he's made a market. He's sold all of his stone, and he's bought resources now to go castle. I just think this is really hard to compete with if you're Bulgarians. Making knights takes so long once you get to Castle Age. Yes, the blacksmith upgrades are cheap, but as Slam is adding a second range here, I think this is finally, for the first time in the series, a spot that Slam would want to be in. Sapio says, hi, please do Ace of Emeralds videos for YouTube. Hello, Sapio. Ace of Emeralds is actually in chat right now if you want to say hi to him. At least I think he's been around today. There goes Velez on the way to the next age. Yeah, there is a hole there. There's a gap, which I think is being checked. And boink! Nope. And maybe like a house or two to block that off. But palisade walls are going to melt so quickly against the Saracen archers anyways. I would say it's really important if yellow has a chance here to make houses behind palisades. There's actually a gap here too. But like house, 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 house. Just get an extra layer of protection here. D Mansion says it's only hard to differentiate Velez and Velez for Americans. I think that statement is based on no facts whatsoever, but considering I'm an American, maybe you're right. Okay. Not sure what that's all about. Trying my best here. Oh, geez. And crossbow and Bodkin coming in as the scouts are fighting, and that's going to be... What? Oh, my... Can we get an instant replay on that one? Sorry, only an American would go back and look at an instant replay on this. But I'll show you anyways. So if you look at the HP... Right here, it was 8-2, and that scout with 6 attack and the hill bonus ended up getting the final hit. Whew. Is Slam going to be sneaky, or is he going to force fights here? I feel like there's hesitancy about Slam at times, and you don't want hesitancy here. You don't want to be sneaky. You've sold your stone. You want to bust right through. You want to say, I'm here to kill. And I think... that is where we're at, but never mind. Slam is here on the right side to kill. Not something that was expected, that's for sure. We had a tower prepped on the front. This was the area that Slam would have initially attacked, I think, if he would have done what I was going to say. And honestly, I guess in some ways you could say it's good thinking to go around the other way then, because you forced a tower on a side that's completely useless. Slam goes in. Now what is the decision? Remember, when you do this build, you sell all your stones. So you're not in a position to really boom. Whereas now the Bulgarian player, if they wanted to, it's only 50 stone actually to make a TC with Bulgarian. So the TC could come out. And Slam, I think, is just kind of shifted out of this all-in approach. And he's actually making some camels too. Scout will go down. Okay, so both players are scoutless. Slam expecting knights, mixing in camels. Now, this is an interesting move because Slam is invested into crossbowmen. He's invested into those upgrades, and upgrades are really important. Now, what Slam's going to come into is a situation where he has crossbows, and he has some camels, but those camels really don't have any upgrades. So I think it's really just going to come down to the meat shield that these camels offer, not the fact that camels are technically a counter, because the camels have 0 upgrades. So it feels kind of weak to mix in the camels here, but that's a lot of crossbows. And if the knights go into any type of a patrol situation, they will encounter the camels first. Now, this is not at all what Valis was looking for. That villager was going out to make a siege workshop. The camels, perhaps unexpected play, surprising him. Yeah, see, he's fighting those camels because he knows that they don't have upgrades, but he's going to have to fall back into his eco here. Not booming. Knights are expensive, so he won't be able to do that and make knights. And Slam, still 1 TC here on Mountain Range Game 3, and this has to be a must-win game for Slam. Slam's a great player, but after seeing this series so far, there's no way he would reverse sweep and win 4 in a row. There's going to be a Civ matchup here or there that's not good. There's got to be a few things that just do not add up as we see a second TC. So, man, yeah, just imagine being in Yellow's position, being up 2 games right now. You've got to be feeling good, but you're probably not feeling good in this particular game when you're Bulgarians against Saracens. Slam is he's getting so many upgrades. I thought he was going to switch out of aggression, but he didn't want to lose that early crossbow mass, and he's just swooped in with his bigger mass now. Bloodlines for the camels. Ballistics for the crossbows. Still a little antsy. You know, I think you could be attacking the stable. Okay, a little split micro here against the Scorpion, which was initially what made him back away, I think. Not seeing a second TC for Slam. Probably will buy 100 stone. I'm sensing oh, no. Early Monastery. Wow, he's going to continue to be aggressive. He hasn't killed any villagers. He's not punishing any production buildings. He's not taking out any TCs. This is something that is slightly concerning for Slam's perspective. Here's 3 TC. Like, to me, this stable should be gone. The crossbows should be here, and they should be attacking that stable, and that should be gone. That would at least force Velaz outside of his walls to go deal with that if you wanted to stop it. I think he's a little hesitant, and he has the lead, and so he wants to keep the lead, but that hesitancy here is actually allowing Velaz to gain an eco lead. Still shouldn't move out, in my opinion. Still shouldn't move out. Still should sit at home. And he doesn't know what Slam's doing, right? But if Slam's all in 1 TC, that eco that Yellow's going for, that's going to kick in here over the next couple minutes. That could lead to a lot of knights. And Slam is really determined to make monks, camels, everything. What a mix of units. All gold units, too. Right. Villager. Is that the same Vil from earlier? Oh, man, it's a new one. It's kind of funny to me that he consistently tries to get the hill with something, and Slam's like, nope! Slam, I will say, he seems really determined to hold control of the middle. Not necessarily kill and punish, but... Okay, Villager goes down. That's the first Vil to go down in the game, by the way. Seems crazy to say that. This is a best of 7. Sorry it doesn't say so on the screen, but it does show the little blocks on the scoreboard here. And this is to determine the final player that will qualify for Red Bull Wololo 4 main events. 2 weekends from now is when that starts on the Red Bull main channel. I will be there. Okay, great micro from Slam there. He knew that the conversions were going to be going after the camels. Then again, I think, should he not have more confidence here? Am I a crazy person? Don't answer that. I know I'm a crazy person, but am I wrong in that Slam has the way better force? Like, this is insane. 54 army versus 22, and he's still scared. This is like when the girl's giving you all the signs. She said all the things. She's winked. She's invited you over to watch a movie to her place, but you still decline. You're like, she doesn't like me. No, she doesn't. I'm not going to make the move. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm too scared of failure. If she says no, it's going to be just like when that girl said no 2 years ago, and I have not recovered from... Okay, sorry. That seemed too real. Slam is genuinely affecting my emotions right now. Take a fight, dude. Thumb ring. Doc! One too many training games with Tato. He's adding a Doc now. We're going to see the whole Saracen tech tree, dude. Crossbows, monks, camels, galleys. See the siege next. Oh my. And now you have a counterattack, which is actually... I mean, who knows if these knights survive. But what's crazy about this is it just buys so much time for defense for Valis, and he can go up to Imp. Slam has to chase. I love Slam, but his tournament Slam is just a different player, man. He's so good. But this hesitancy could cost him the game, as we see yellow on the way to Imp. Crazy, man. And the thing is, you know, like when you're feeling the anxiety, you're second guessing and triple guessing yourself all the time. I can speak from experience there. And it's tough. And then like, if this game ends and you just look at the timeline, like, can we look at that timeline for a sec right now? Look at that. If you lose this game, you look at it and say, what was I doing, man? What's he going to do with Imp? Honestly, if he just gets Cavalier with plate barding, he wrecks everything. I'm pretty sure. I mean, 60 army's a lot. But I think Cavalier with armor would do quite well. And if it's not going to, you just run away from the crossbows. The crossbows are essentially useless now. This army's just going to chill in the corner. He's trying to go Imp himself now. I think he maybe saw the score dip. The score does dip when people go Imp. I'm really poor at picking up on that in-game. And we're now seeing infantry upgrades, which is not really what I was expecting. And we're seeing conics being made. Yo. Conics. I mean, I'm excited about that, but is the production gonna be there? Now, if you get that stirrups upgrade out of a castle, which will go up over here now. Here's Slam's doc. He has a demo waiting, you know, just in case. That castle will unlock stirrups, which means the cav attacks 20... I think it's 33 or 25% faster for Bulgarians. I always forget the exact percentages. Look at Slam right now. He's looking for that army. He's so confused. He does not know where that army went. He's making outposts. But he won't fight. Cav armor's on the way. I would really like to see the Cavalier upgrade. I think switching into Conic too early could be a mistake. And there's stirrups. $100 villagers for 72. Slam has had so much military. But he invested into military over eco. Again, someone going eco over military. And the military was just... They were just a passenger in this game. Just a spectator. They weren't here to kill. A pacifist approach. But I don't necessarily think it's easy for Valis to take fights against the amount of military that Slam has. And look at this. An opportunity for Slam. He completely traps the knights. This is why we're hesitant. Hesitancy wins games. Easy kills on the knights that have full upgrades. But now we're going to see a Krepos on the hill. Elite Conics, possibly. I mean, Slam does still have a lot of military here. Elite Conic would have to be researched out of the castle. You can produce Conics out of the Krepos and a castle. You have the Imp upgrades, like Stirrups. You have, you don't have Elite Conic. Is this a fight that Slam wants to take as he's getting heavy camel? You know, I haven't seen Castle Age camel. against Elite Conic too frequently, or just regular Conic too frequently, excuse me. And that, my friends, is a denied Krepos. But at what cost? He did lose a lot of camels there. If you're new to the game or just kind of not understanding all the units, Conic, the rider actually gets up and fights after he dies, which is pretty sick. And getting infantry upgrades does apply to them as well, which is actually now why I think Vala's got that one infantry upgrade and squires. But I think the Cavalier upgrade would have been really helpful. I think even going oh, they don't get Paladin anymore. Never mind. Cavalier still would have been really good. And certainly that first fight could have done a lot more damage. Slam sitting at 50 military. It is 20 for the enemy. Who wins? Elite Conic or Heavy Camel from Saracens? I think Elite Conic should win. And I hope Slam gets Arbalest. Because that combo could be deadly. But if it's just one, I'm not so sure. Maybe an opportunity for Valis to get the hill. If you're wondering what the relic situation is, Slam does have 4. We'll see number 5 here. But the relics are all in the middle. So, I mean, it's so easy for him to lose that. Update on that timeline. It's been consistent this whole game. So much military for the Canadian. And here come the Conics, which Slam will soon see are elite if he clicks them. 140 HP, 14 plus 4 attack. They attack really fast. But I haven't had enough experiences with this unit to know if this is a fight you need to get excited about. I think you probably should wait. Slam with demo rafts now. Oh! Okay. Well, I mean, that's funny. He kind of got killed twice there. He took the horse and the rider, and then he took the rider out with the next demo. Bada bing, bada boom. I gotta blame Tato for that doc, man. Slam's like, what would Tato do? What would Tato do? And he just hears Tato's voice. Slam, go demo. And then he makes that decision, and it looks kind of silly. Okay. Slam can see everything. Slam also castling the hill. But I think we're going to see a castle on this hill from Valis pretty soon. And I think you take this fight now. I don't know if you win. But I think if you're in Valdez's shoes, you take the fight, right? So you can get the castle up. You need that position. But I don't think you win it. I think Slam wins this fight. Right? Well, help. But the Arbalest are the most important thing right now. I think you almost have to fight this. Just so you can get that up and take that position. It's actually not a castle. It's amazing, really, what Slam has been able to do in terms of fielding military here. It's just, is it going to be enough? I mean, he's getting free kills at the moment. It looks like this is all just buying time for that Krepost as we see more units coming forward. And once the Krepost is up, I guess you can hide behind it. The Conics have 6 Pierce Armor. Arbalest is pretty good against that. I think you're going to need more. And Hussar. You know, Hussar could be good. All of which kind of struggles against Camel, but Hussars you could at least raid. I think Slam would really struggle against some Hussar raids. Easily the most unique game I've seen in the qualifier so far. This right here. And I still don't know who's going to win. I feel like the eco is so much better for Valis, but Slam's military count is just destroying everything. Maybe we see an engagement. Let's see what these Conics are made of. Slam's Camel's not in position. But maybe he wanted to fall back to the hill anyways. We see the engagement come in. Remember, Slam will not have the economy to make more units after this. Not as many anyways. So I'd say a 50-50 trade is pretty good for the player with eco. And that, wow! That's actually not too bad. The camels just melted. So the camels are gone. Gonna see Hussars now. Looks like we're gonna see light calves. Slam's bringing in a Treb. Still the Arbs are the problem. And they went from 200 pop to 160 pop as we see a castle behind this Krepos now. But now, I feel as though with Stirrups being in, I guess Hussar's not in for Valis, which sucks. But if he goes Light Cav and Conics and Halb, Slam's working with mainly one unit. This could be problematic for him, and it's a really gold-heavy composition for him. He doesn't have any trash units teched, and Saracens also struggle with trash anyways. Yeah, you're right, actually. Slam could be using the arbs against the Kreppost. It's just been a lot more hesitancy from him. I'd like to see some of the light cav go into Slam's eco. Just honestly forget, as these units are trapped, about the arbs for a second, because you have a castle, and just go right to Slam's eco. Slam's evening things out economically. He's been given some time, and still holding on to those relics. But if Slam loses this game, I think he loses the series. I don't see him winning 3 straight, or 4 straight, which is what he would need. Yeah, not bad for Slam here. Really weird moment there with those light cav, right? I think the light cav could have been a little more efficient. Slam does not see the castle. He does see the castle over there. Oh, he still has the outpost. That's funny. Okay. Hussars going in. When they engage, they're going to attack really fast, is what you want. Also, don't cost golds, which is important. And here we go with 15 units. Is that going to be enough here? Slam, hesitant, adding more camels. Camels, he's missing imp upgrades on. The trebs, I think, at least will go down. I'm not sure if there's something awkward with the patrols or if Velez is just being very picky about his positioning. And the positioning is good here. Slam's trebs are in harm's way. His arbs are in harm's way. Slam is in harm's way. His pop is dropping. His pop is not going to improve any if the Hussars go into his eco after this. 160 pop. You know that Hussar spam should be queued. You know the Halb spam is going to be there. There's options for Velez. And the Trebs, guys. The Arbs, everything. He could hop into the castle here. There he does, but is it too little? Is it too late? We'll have a Trebuchet coming from here. We have a Trebuchet from here. Slam's going to lose the relics. He's farming in the middle! Even I wouldn't do that. Between 2 castles that are probably going to be Treb down. Oh, man. And it's just so much hesitancy. There was so much opportunity for Slam in this game. Whereas the other ones, you just straight up fell behind, right? And with the time that Velez was given, I think he approached everything near perfect here. The only thing I'd say now, and I've been waiting for it, is switch to a raid. Get some stuff, get some side stables. He might try and do it here. Get some pressure on Slam's eco. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Slam, as he brings in more heavy camels, is going to be able to take out these trebs and keep that position. That middle position wins or loses the game for either player now, I feel. Yeah, the Hussar, Halb, looking pretty strong. Bulgarians have some insane late-game trash options. They don't really need to spend much gold with those Hussars and those Halbs, but Saracens have lots of good gold options to go against it. Basically, you want Hussar on the Arbs and you want Halbs on the Camels here. So Slam's got to do the reverse and micro that down as we see Onager even. This game isn't over yet, people. Not seeing any action here from those 2 villagers to build a stable. Slam is still working with 300 stone to repair. More trebs coming forward. Suddenly, the production stalled a little bit, and Slam takes the score lead. Slam's been working with those relics for a while here. That gold's going to help, and he's going to take out the trebs. Wow. Losing a lot of arbs, though, which I think will be a really important thing to note. Because if it's straight camel, and Slam's not making any more arbs, it looks like he's got some in the queue. The halberdiers are going to do a whole lot better for Velez. 138 eco for both, 30 military for both. This game did not start off like that at all. It's so crazy how we suddenly got to an even state. And it's just the beauty of Age of Empires. Slam's military made it so he could hold on to get it even. And the eco from Velez is the same thing, right? But Onager getting some hits there. Slam's going to want kills on those, but he has to run. And finally, there's going to be gaps. Slam will have to react. Slam is not doing anything to raid the other player. And you're going to start to see the villagers fall now for Slam. He's 20 farmers behind. There's another Treb to deal with here. He'll try and do that. There's Halbs everywhere. Slam almost out of stone to repair. The Hussars killing villagers. No reaction from Slam because he's been just reacting in the middle all game. kind of put himself into this position, and I think this game is actually over now. Such a weird game. It's got to be frustrating for those maybe rooting for Slam here. I think Valles might even be confused, honestly. He was probably... No player should ever sit in the middle with 70 military and Castle Age against 20 like that. But he'll take it. And Slam is... Is there a stable over here? I think there will be. Slam is going to lose different areas of his eco. And it's just focus now. As you need to focus on the middle, you're going to start to lose eco elsewhere. Got to send military home. And now the relics are a concern, right? Those 4 relics have been bringing in Slam a lot of gold. Those relics are going to be gone now. 73 farms means that Hussars can be spanned from the stables for days. And they could, I think he should be a little less particular about where he sends them. Just send out 3 here, 4 here. Just click them. Don't even pay attention. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm a noob. But he really seems to care about the Hussars. Don't. They're just trash units, okay? Just throw them away. Okay, maybe not right into camels. Maybe that's a bad example. Still waiting for these villagers to build stables right now. I don't know if he can't build it on the hill or what. But there you go. 4 relics. And he's like, what? It's not Christmas, Slam. Well, thank you, buddy. My birthday was last month. We're 6 months away from Christmas, but thank you. Oh, no. That's got to be it. Slam's been playing with fire all game. It's about time he got burned. And GG 3-0. Look at this timeline. Look at it. I mean, such a position for Slam. His build was built up to dominate. You know, you sell your stone, right? All in with all this military. 46 versus 21. Keep going here. 57 versus 22. He killed 1 villager. He didn't make an attempt to take out a stable. He didn't make an attempt to take out a TC. It's just tournament stress. It's being scared you're going to make a mistake. That's what that is right there. And it led to a very even game, but I don't think there's any world where Velaz survives with this Civ matchup against Camel Crossbow Monk. Even earlier than that. I mean, the stables could have gone down, the pressure could have come in.
Don't worry, T90. I am still
Shocking, but Velaz will take it, and we'll go to game 4 now, and Slam has got to be feeling real rough now. Oh, man. Alucard says Slam is floating 4k wood at the end of the game. Hugely unbalanced eco. Yeah, it's because he wasn't used to having more than 1 TC eco. Because he went all in! He could have pushed. He could have been aggressive. Oh, jeez. Well, no, I mean, listen, the eco being imbalanced at the end, that's not even a part of the conversation, really. That's not what did anything there. It really just came down to all early Castle Age and mid Castle Age and how Slam went so aggressive. Like, made the military here. I'll go back to this real quick. But, like, had all this military and then never used it. Never fought. Like, I felt like I was looking at a very high IQ, low elo legend in terms of hesitancy there. I'm so sad for Slam. That could have been a win. That could have been 2-1 there. There's the gold count. And then he could have snowballed that victory into more. Crazy. Anyways, we have to move on here. So does Slam. Scores 3-0. Velaz has been playing insanely good today. Which is what makes it hurt, right? Because that was an opportunity for Slam to bring it close.